Allah has made obligatory on you in your demands. Ask from Him fulfillment of what He has asked you to do. And now, let's look at this. Make your ears hear the call of death before you are called by death. Surely, the hearts of the abstemious weep in the world, even though they may apparently laugh. وَأَسْمِعُوا دَعْوَةَ الْمَوْتِ آذَانَكُمْ قَبْلَ أَنْ يُدْعَى بِكُمْ. And next one is 187 with you. 187. Yeah? The sermon which starts with, I advise you, O people. Yeah? 187. Go to the next paragraph. وأوصيكم بذكر الموت وإقلال الغفلة عنه وكيف غفلتم عما ليس يغفلكم وطمعكم في من ليس يمهلكم فكفى واعظا بموتى عاينتموهم حملوا إلى قبورهم غير راكبين وأنزلوا فيها غير نازلين. I also advise you to remember death and to lessen, opposite of increase, to lessen your heedlessness towards it. Why should you be heedless of him who is not heedless of you? Why expect from him, i.e. the angel of death, who will not give you time? The dead whom you have been watching suffice as preachers. They were carried to their graves, not riding themselves, and were placed in them, but not of their own account. So in both 112 and 187, we see that Imam Ali alayhi salam emphasizes on the remembering death, which means, again, remembering death doesn't mean that we always remember death, that, okay, we always are negative and pessimistic. No, no, no. We are positive. We are doing everything to achieve the best of this life, but in the meantime, we are thinking of what will happen next. Okay, thinking of those who separated from us in sermon 224 with you, 226 with me. You refer to it later on, but let's go to number 3 in the list before you, and that is what Imam Ali alayhi salam advises and writes to his son Imam Hassan in letter number 31. We know that Nahjul Balagha consists, the compiler of Nahjul Balagha tried to make it in 3 sections. The first section is about the sermons, second about the letters and correspondence between Imam Ali and others, and third about the maxims or words of wisdom. Of course, inshallah, after these 5 Sundays, we will have break, and afterwards we concentrate only on the maxims and words of wisdom. But here, we are moving to letter which was written by Imam Ali alayhi salam to his eldest son, Imam Hassan, after returning from Siffin, the Battle of Siffin. And that is letter number 31, which is a very long and let me tell you that one of the professors now of University of Damascus called Dr. Asad Ali has written his dissertation for PhD in Sorbonne only about this al-khutbah or letter which was written by Imam Ali alayhi salam to his son Imam Hassan. It is a long, long khutbah. But in part of it, which you can find later, don't try to trace it now because it takes you long. Imam Ali alayhi salam said that وَعْلَمْ يَا بُنَيْ أَنَّكَ إِنَّمَا خُلِقْتَ لِلْآخِرَةِ لَا لِلدُّنْيَا وَلِلْفَنَاءِ لَا لِلْبَقَاءِ وَلِلْمَوْتِ لَا لِلْحَيَاةِ. O my child, know that you have been created for the next world, not for this world. For destruction in this world, not for lasting, and for dying, not for living. What does Imam Ali alayhi salam mean by that? In the next few minutes, let's concentrate on this. First of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, أَفَحَسِبْتُمْ أَنَّمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ عَبَثًا وَأَنَّكُمْ إِلَيْنَا لَا تُرْجَعُونَ. Do you think that we have created you aimlessly? Aimlessly, which means that عبثًا, with vanity, there is no goal, no aim. وَأَنَّكُمْ إِلَيْنَا لَا تُرْجَعُونَ, that you are not going to return to us. So the whole creation has an objective, hadaf, aim, goal. And that goal is that we move from one stage to a better and higher and more advanced. Do you agree with me that the life which we are in here is advanced in comparison to the life inside the womb of our mothers? Of course you agree. In the same way, the life in Barzakh which be more advanced than compared to this life. And the life in next world or hereafter or Qiyamah will be again what? Greater and advanced compared to Barzakh and to this life.
What do you mean by advanced?
I tell you in a minute. Here we are surrounded by time, place, and all the physical and materialistic barriers. Whilst after death, our eyes are wide open, our ears are able to hear everything, and no barriers between us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran in one word, فَكَشَفْنَا عَنْكَ غِطَاءَكَ فَبَصَرُكَ الْيَوْمَ حَدِيدٌ. So the curtains which now I can't see beyond the wall, you can't see what is in my heart and my intention. You can't hear the hidden voice inside me. But after death, you would be able to maneuver and to travel. And this is only happening because the soul there is free. Exactly like a bird which is imprisoned in the cage, and you open that cage, the bird flies, and normally the symbol of some, if you see some TV or some programs, the symbol of death is what? A pigeon or a bird is flying, a white one, yeah? Flying over in the skies and heaven. All right. So, in brief, here we can't see further than particular, for example, distance. But after death, the ability to see in next world and hereafter, the ability to see is much, much wider. Here we are talking about the limits of our life. There we are talking about eternity. Why? خالدين فيها ما دامت السماوات والأرض. Which means that there is no limit there. There is everlasting there, eternity there. All right? And both, when people of hell tell the person in charge, the angel in charge, and his name in the Quran is Malik. Not Maliki, Malik. So the person in charge of hell, according to the Quran is Malik. وَقَالُوا يَا مَالِكُ لِيَقْضِ عَلَيْنَا رَبُّكَ قَالَ إِنَّكُمْ مَاكِثُونَ. They suffer and have every punishment and every distress there. And they say, what's this? Isn't there any end for it? Malik, person, headmaster, or commander, or the prisoner, who is in charge of all the prison. لِيَقْضِ عَلَيْنَا رَبُّكَ. Let your Lord finish this. And the answer comes what? إِنَّكُمْ مَاكِثُونَ. You are still staying here. So, here we live for 70 years, 80 years, 100 years. There, it is for millions and millions and millions. That's why it is advanced. So advance in our abilities, advance in how to maneuver, advance in knowledge, advance that, look, this is the body and the matter. This is the time and space. This is the physics and chemistry which are restricting us. There, all this restriction will go. And there everybody will be able to see everything. فَكَشَفْنَا عَنْكَ غِطَاءَكَ فَبَصَرُكَ الْيَوْمَ حَدِيدٌ. Since this is the case, do note and observe that you have been created for that life. Don't stick and focus only on the beauty, on the wealth, on the merits of this life. Imam Ali alayhi salam says that زينة البواطن أجمل من زينة الظواهر. All of you, my daughters and sisters, much attention you pay to cosmetics and beautification, no exception. But Imam Ali alayhi salam said that the beauty of the souls is much more important than the beauty of the bodies. Here we are governed by our bodies and our bodily what? Joy. But let's go higher to think about the spiritual beautification. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us and enable us and give us the knowledge and the means to go through this journey and understand that this life is limited and we can go beyond the limits and survive and go advance when we concentrate on life after death and be prepared for death. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammadin wa ajil farajahum.